What's up, everybody? Happy holidays from all of us over at BetSided. The entire crew is here. Ben Heisler, Ian McMillan, Donovan Smoot, Peter Dewey, and Reed Wallach going through our favorite bowl matchups of the week. A solid start to bowl season from all of us at BetSided. We went 3-1 in the video last week, bringing our total on the season back above 500 to 37, 36, and 1 against the spread. But now we continue on with lots more to get through. We will start Ian McMillan taking a look at the Armed Forces Bowl between Army, a 6.5-point favorite now over at WinBet, against Mizzou.
Yeah, easiest handicap on the college football bowl slate, in my opinion. I'm going to keep it short and simple. What does Army do? They run the ball. 87% of their overall plays are running plays. They average 4.7 yards per carry. So how does Missouri do in stopping the run? Well, they're absolutely terrible at it. They allow 5.3 yards per carry on defense. That ranks 115th in the country. It's really as easy as that. A team that's going to run the ball all game. They run it effectively, and now they're playing against one of the worst run defenses in the entire country. Easy bet for me. Army minus 6.5. I got it at 3.5 early last week. I still like it at anything below a touchdown, though. So I'm backing Army in the Armed Forces Bowl.
All right, nicely done. It is Army. They are playing in the Armed Forces Bowl. Hard to go against them, considering what Mizzou typically tends to do to their fan base each and every week. Whole lot of heartbreak coming from Mizzou Nation. Donovan, I go to you next. The Gasparilla Bowl, I hope I pronounced that correctly, where UCF is a 7-point underdog against Florida with a total of 55.5. Are you going with Florida? Are you going for UCF? Are you going for the total?
I'm going for UCF. I really don't like the Gators in this spot. They're 3-9 this season against the spread. They are not a good team against the spread. They have one win in the last 2 months against a Power 5 school, and they are 2-4 in their last 6 games. And that one win, or one of those 2 wins against Samford, they let Samford put 52 on them, right? They had to score 70 points to beat Samford. I really don't like them in this game. You see this game, and where I see it being won is on the ground. I think UCF is a very good team on the ground. They're top 20 in the country in yards per rush. Florida gives up over 150 yards per rush. They're also very, very sloppy with the ball. They turn the ball over close to 2 times per game. Sloppy football and not being able to stop the run is not a good recipe for success. So I'm going with the Golden Knights in this one.
All right. I head to you next in lovely Honolulu for the Hawaii Bowl. Instead of focusing on the actual full spread or the total, which, by the way, Memphis an 8.5-point favorite going to Hawaii to play that game, total right now at 56. You're looking at a specific team total for Hawaii in this matchup. What do you see?
Yeah, Ben, I'm looking at the under on Hawaii's team total. It's a 23.5 at WinBet. And really, this game's just going to be impacted big time by the transfer portal. Hawaii quarterback Siobhan Cordero and running back Day Hunter both opted to transfer before this game. So Hawaii's going to have a backup running back and a backup quarterback. Braden Schrager is going to get the start. Their backup running back, Dedrick Parson, he played a change of pace role this year, did not see over 11 carries in all but one game. So I'm very intrigued to see what Hawaii is going to do on offense. We don't really know what their identity is going to be. They only average 27.1 points per game as it is this year. I don't think the Memphis defense is great, but I just don't see how Hawaii can score a ton of points with 2 backups. I'll take the under on their team total.
All right, moving on to the Camellia Bowl between Georgia State and Ball State. Reed, that's where we're going to go next. Georgia State a 6-point favorite in that one with a total hovering around 50.5. You like there?
Yeah, this actually opened 3.5. That's when I jumped in on Georgia State, but I still like them at 6. I'd play this at anything under a touchdown. One of the hotter teams of the group of 5s coming into bowl season, won 3 straight, beat Coastal Carolina as 13-point underdogs. They're playing a Ball State team that can't stop anybody. 120th in defensive success rate. They only average 24 points per game anyway, so they're going to have a tough time keeping up with the Georgia State offense that is one of the highest ground usage teams in the entire country. Ball State's not going to be able to stop them. I like Georgia State to run all over them. I think that this is setting up for a blowout win. Georgia State finishes the year on a 4-game winning streak.
All right. Peter mentioned the Hawaii Bowl. I'm actually going to take us back there and go with the under of 56 in that game. And sort of for similar reasons. The fact that normally this is an opportunity for Hawaii to go home, have a little bit of a homecoming, but the transfer portal is substantial, especially with your starting quarterback and starting running back. I do think the reason that I'm going for the total for the entire game is that it is still a homecoming game for Hawaii. And you think about some potential narratives in this game. It's an opportunity to kind of restart. There was a possibility that Hawaii wasn't going to be able to play in a bowl this year anyways. They are able to go ahead and get that play-in game against Memphis. And then as far as the Tigers are concerned, I just don't know if there's just going to be a lot of juice on that side going to Hawaii for this matchup. It tends to be an opportunity, especially for Hawaii, to play much better at home. They were far superior at home this year compared to on the road. I think you'll actually see a few defensive stops over the course of the game for Hawaii. And if Peter's theory ends up being okay, if Memphis gets off to a big lead, then Hawaii might be struggling throughout the course of the game anyway, and the under is still likely to hit. So you can kind of approach this bet in a couple ways. This line has actually moved down from 61 where it opened all the way up to 50, or excuse me, all the way down to 56. So I like this number probably all the way down to at least 55. So there you have it, guys. Those are our college football bowl game picks for the week. For all of us over at BetSided, we wish you guys a happy holiday season and a happy new year. We look forward to more of these videos with you coming up in 2022. Until then, we'll talk to you guys next week.